We're not going to be using split toning. We will be sharpening with detail. This is our input sharpening or edge sharpening. What you want to find at this point is something that has contrast and that is the sharpest part of the image. In this particular case, happens to be at this point of this thread here. I'm at 1:1. You could even go closer at 4:1. But anything that's 1:1 or greater would be perfect. Hold down the Option key. Start with the radius. And all you're doing is looking for the moment when we start to get a little bit of contrast between the darks and the lights. So in this particular case, be right about there. We're just looking at the edge contrast there. So let's see if I go in here, hold down Option, bring it down. No effect there, most of the effect there, so we want to bring it down till we just get a little bit of this bump. What we're trying to do here is figure out how far away the sharpening effect is going to be from a contrasty pixel. So if you have a pixel or a group of pixels that are light and dark next to each other, that's contrast. The radius will tell how far away from that point of contrast will these changes be made. Detail is the same way, except it's going to look at texture. So that's our texture, no texture to a lot of texture, and we want to basically bring this up to the point where we get just a touch more. We can just start to see it show up right about there. In our masking, because we're doing edge sharpening, we only want to sharpen the edges. We don't want to sharpen everything. I don't need to sharpen skin here if I know the edges are where I'm going to be looking for that perception of sharpness. So I'll hold down Option, click masking, and what should it end up looking like? It's something like this here, where we're only seeing the white on black, and that white is referencing the edges of contrast. So those are the areas that will be sharpened. The black areas will not be sharpened. So I will go right in here, and I will go to Option, hold down Option key, press this. It will temporarily disable the mask, but what it does is it allows me to see the full effects of my sharpening choices. Obviously that's way too much, not enough. I'm going to just bunch it up a little bit, right about there. Now it's not going to affect everything, it's only going to affect the edges. That's why you might see this look a little rough right here. Well, because we're zoomed in so close, it looks rough, but from further away, it actually is very localized contrast, so it makes it look like the edges are sharper than they actually are.